Gentlemen, that was our fantastic saxophonist Oleg, with some background music there to welcome you to this fantastic event. Now, we would kindly ask if you would take your seats, as the program will begin in just 5 minutes' time. So we kindly ask if you would take your seats. We will begin in 5 minutes. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is just 2 minutes and we will begin with this evening's programme. We kindly ask if you would take your seats. Thank you very much. Just 2 minutes and we will be getting underway for the evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this fantastic event, the unveiling of EAGL, the Emirates Amateur Golf League. It's very, very exciting. I am excited to be here as an amateur golfer myself, although I'm probably not quite as good as some of you guys. I actually had a little briefing about this, and I watched some of the videos, and I thought, oh, this is amazing. And I love the sort of play on words, the acronym of EAGL. And I was thinking, if I did it, how would we do it? Because it would have to be called bogey. And if I had to call it bogey, it wouldn't have the same ring as EAGL. So I enjoy this, but it's certainly not something that I'm sure, I don't know if I'm ready to take part in just yet anyway. But we're here today to learn a little bit more about EAGL, the Emirates Amateur Golf League. And it's a franchise-based golf league, and it is the first of its kind in the world. Today you're going to learn about this concept, the whole concept of EAGL, and how it is different from other golf events. We have got a number of speakers who will be coming up onto the stage this evening, and we are going to start at first with our league administrator, Miss Priya Kumria. Miss Priya has been in the UAE for the past 20 years, a bit longer than me as well. For the past 20 years, she's played a dynamic role in promoting India, UAE trade and investments, and has spearheaded numerous golf and high-profile events. So without further ado, I think it is time to welcome our first speaker to the stage. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Miss Priya Kumria.
Thanks, Mint. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Not a chilly evening, so I won't keep you for long. As League Administrator, I'm honored to welcome our Chief Guest, Mr. Khalid Mubarak Al-Shamsi, who's with us today. Guest of honor, Mr. Taimur Hassan, for this unveiling. I'm also pleased to welcome Mr. Robert Feiler from Emirates Golf Federation, and all the distinguished guests from the golfing and non-golfing community for this unveiling. Before we proceed with the unveiling ceremony, I'm just going to give you a small, quick, brief, a snippet, as you say, on the background of the league. EAGL is a very, very different concept. It's a path-breaking initiative, I would say, by the organizers and whoever thought about it, which you'll come to know very soon. It's to bring a new dimension to this sport. It's the most exciting thing to happen at this point of time in amateur golf. And it's the largest segment of golf, largest segment of sports in UAE. Golf has taken a major share in sporting community in UAE. We feel that it's going to bring a great platform for amateurs in UAE, and it will be looked upon by all over the world, by the golfing community, and bring in competitive spirit in terms of team spirit. It's also going to place UAE into this kind of league with amateur golf, because UAE has plenty of courses, as you know, and a very different format, which you will come to know in the course of the program today. On another note, we're looking for acting as a catalyst, create new opportunities for entertainment, marketing, branding, networking, developing customers, PR, corporates, amateur golfers to interact with pros. This is going to be a fun medium for all kind of people in UAE. Over the course of unveiling, you'll find some very innovative, interesting facts, concepts that we put together for you. And we hope that'll be equally enjoyable and interesting for you as it was for us to bring it to you to this level. And we'll see how it goes from here, and you'll hear a lot from the other speakers as well. But from the league administrator and from my team, I welcome you all and hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Miss Priya Kumria. Thank you very, very much, Priya. A great start to the evening. So we are now going to go through a video on this screen. It's something I saw and I was amazed by this. I thought it was really, really innovative, very, very exciting. So it will tell you a little bit about the sort of grandeur of the league, the teams, the trophy, the setup. So I think we should just get straight on with it. So ladies and gentlemen, cast your eyes onto the screen as we see our first video about the Emirates Amateur Golf League.
Welcome to the Emirates Amateur Golf League, or EAGL. A franchise-based golf league, which is the first of its kind in the world. The unique concept promises to revolutionize the way amateur golf tournaments are played. Starting 2021, 8 teams shall be locked in intense battle for top honors. These are Emirates Players, Abu Dhabi Roars, Dubai Tigers, English Knicks, European Civies, Asian Jumbos, Indian Sings, Korean Joys. This animated video attempts to bring to life the grandeur and vision of EAGL and the way it shall be executed at a golf course. Golf days of EAGL shall be played in iconic courses of UAE. The EAGL is an unprecedented proposition for corporates and individuals, designed to give value and pride to team owners, sponsors, partners, and players in a never-before opportunity in amateur golf. Come, become a part of EAGL.
I hope that gives you a good idea. I mean, it's exciting looking at that. I'm not sure. I think I'd be a bit too nervous to play in that. I struggle when there's like one person, if there's a buggy just behind me and I'm at the tee and I think, oh no, and you know that it's going in the water when someone does that. I met with Mr. Sudesh Agarwal recently, who is the chairman of EAGL, and he started telling me about this, and he told me all of his ideas with this whole setup. And he asked me, do I play? And I was like, yes, I do play. And he was like, oh, that's brilliant. It's great to have an MC and a host who plays golf. And he said, what's your handicap? And I said, well, mine's 15. He said, oh, you're not bad. I said, yeah. I said, the problem is I judge my handicap on how many balls I lose. So 15, I lost 15 this weekend. So I'm not quite up to the standard to be playing in this just yet. Now, Mr. Sudesh, he is very, very excited about this. He's really passionate about this. And it's great to see, and it's lovely to see, I mean, just any passion at the moment as well. We've had a turbulent year. It's great to have everybody here. And Mr. Sudesh, I'll tell you a little bit about him for those of you that don't know him. He's a great, great man. He's a well-established industrialist in the UAE. He's been here for 45 years. A long, long time. He's the founder and chairman of the Indian Golfers Society for 15 years. A very passionate golfer. And he was a founder member of Dubai Creek Golf Club. He's held several positions as chairman of Indian Business and Professional Council for Sharjah, Indian Trade and Exhibition Centre, and Business Leaders Forum. The league is conceptualised by him. So I think it's really the time now to welcome to the stage Mr. Sudesh Agarwal.
Just let me prepare myself. Okay. Can I have some water, please, here? Good evening, gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank you all to be here when in this COVID situation, and we know that it is a little bit of a scary situation, but I really appreciate that all of you could make it, and I think this is a commendable. Thank you, Mr. Tyler, for the kind introduction, and here I will start my address by extending my greetings to their highnesses, first of all. Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the President of UAE and ruler of Abu Dhabi. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Prime Minister of UAE and ruler of Dubai. Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, UAE Armed Forces, and Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, rulers of other Emirates, for their leadership, and also the how this leadership has converged a desert into a finest golfing destination in the world. I think that is a very commendable. Right now, there is an event happening in Abu Dhabi, and which is a professional tour. And few days from here now will happen the Dubai Desert Classic. So you can see that how this country, from the leadership initiative, that how it has transformed. And here we had the chairman of Emirates Golf Federation, who has been very kind enough and supportive for sanctioning this league, because when we had a discussion with Mr. Mubarak and also Mr. Robert Filer, that we explained the concept, then they had some reservations on it, but we could convince that this league is good for golf, good for all around, and we could get the sanction for 10 years. I think I will give a great thanks to Khalid Mubarak, who could understand that what we are trying to do. And I have here His Excellency, the chairman, could not make it today because of the situations prevailing. And I have here with us Mr. Khalid Mubarak Al-Shamsi, Secretary General of EGF, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I stand before you now to give you a brief on EAGL, how it has actually, this Emirates Amateur Golf League, how it has actually gone into. See, if you look at it, the leagues is not a new concept. It has been happening in many sports. You look at soccer, you look at cricket, you look at basketball, they have been happening. And they have been very successful. It's a fun and excitement. And also financially viable for all around. But there is nothing like this in golf. I wonder why not. But it doesn't exist. A franchise-based golf league in the world does not exist. But what does exist is the team events, organized team event. You can say Ryder Cup, is an organized team event. You can say President's Cup is an organized team event played between two teams. And you can also say the World Amateur Golf Championship, which is a nation's play. But this is only one team against the other, nothing more than that. And it happens once in 2 years. So it is not a very frequent situation. In view of this idea germinated or seed germinated or whatever happened, that was about in 2017 that I should be really thinking about really doing something like that. And at that point of time, I made a blueprint, and I had a discussion with Chris May that we want to do this, and he is fully aware of that. But then it went into little background because I went back to India, and then all these kind of things happened. So in this case, now finally, the COVID situation gave me time to think about it and really go ahead and plan this event, conceptualize this event. And I will be pleased to tell you that the whole team, what you see today, has been put up in 2 months, including the animation video, including all this work. The logos, all this designing work has been completed in 2 months. And the first thing what we started doing is, what is the objective of EAGL? I think that is very important to understand. Because if we do not have objective, we do not have the vision, then we are not going to sustain it. We are not going to last. We may do one tournament, one season, and then we are going to end up with it. And we do not want to do that, for sure. I think that is one thing, keeping in mind that we planned first the objectives. See, if you look at the golfing fraternity, in the golfing fraternity, you have the professional golfers and you have the amateur golfers. Professional golfers, you can number them, 500, 1,000, whatever may be the number. But what about the amateur golfers? Amateur golfers is the largest segment. Maybe 10 million, maybe 20 million if you have the United States, Europe, and even Asia Pacific. I see that there are 5 million in Asia Pacific region itself. We have 10,000 in UAE itself. It's a very large segment of the amateur golf. And amateur golfers, there is another thing which is very interesting for the golfers. Because it being an expensive game, only well-to-do people play. High net worth people, well-to-do people, they actually play this game because otherwise you can't afford it. So with the result, that is what happens in the amateur golf. And also, amateur golfers watch professional golf, lot of professional golf on the TV, on the social media channels. But they have an inherent desire. I'm a golfer myself. I'm an amateur golfer. They have an inherent desire to play like a professional golfer or like in a professional golf setup, the way it is being played. So what I conceptualized is that this is the inherent desire of the amateur golfers to play like professionals play in a setup like professionals' course setup. And that is what is reflected in the animated video, that how we have set up the course. And you will see that it is actually being set up keeping in mind that we give an experience to the amateur golfers of a class which they have never experienced before. There are many tournaments happen. There are club tournaments, there are golf days, there are corporate golf days, every day. But they are totally different. The league is a competitiveness, the spirit of competitiveness, the spirit of belongingness, spirit. That is what is being created, an excitement and entertainment. And also, to sustain it, there has got to be value for the stakeholders. the corporates hold a lot of tournaments for one day. 96 players, one day, the afternoon, shotgun start. That's what happens. And it costs, and no media coverage, no live broadcast, nothing. So it happens, but then it costs a lot of money. So we try to conceptualize EAGL serving both the objectives. One, for the amateur golfers to give them the opportunity to play, to meet their aspiration, to play like a professional. In a professional-like setup, the greens are set up like the professionals play. That is what we have imagined. And also for us to give the corporates an opportunity for marketing, for branding, for networking, for entertainment, for developing customers, for PR. All these things can be done, and that is how it has been conceived. Here, I will just narrate to you the 4 objectives with which we have actually what I have already said, but I will just try to read that, the 4 objectives, what we are really. Provide a platform for amateur golfers to play like professionals in a professional tournament setup with live broadcast. Now, this is something, live broadcast is something which amateur golfers never experience. And it is a very challenge as a franchiser, as an organizer. It is not easy. When I will explain you on the event, then you will see the magnanimity of the problem to do the live broadcast. Provide opportunities to the team owners, sponsors, partners, and players for marketing, branding, networking, customer development, entertainment, and public relations. The spirit of amateur golf, to reinvigorate the spirit of amateur golf and promote amateur golf in UAE and display that UAE is the destination for a golfing destination. I think these objectives we have worked out, and now I will come down to the event part of it, so that you can see how the event has been, how it has been compared, what are the challenges, what we see. See, in this case, I have said that it is easy to conceptualize, think about an event, but delivering it, executing it is not easy. It's the most difficult part. And if we want to sustain it, we must really think how we are going to execute it. And that is, I just want to give you the challenges. Can I have the slide 1, please? Yeah. If you can see here that what happens in the Ryder Cup, the President's Cup, the World Amateur Championship, and the EAGL. Now, if you look, these are professional tournaments, these are amateur tournaments. There are teams, there are 2 teams in the President's Cup and Ryder Cup, while we are talking about 8 teams here. To play 8 teams itself is a managing. It is a biennial, while EAGL is planned to be annual event. Squad per team is 12, and we are talking about 24 is the squad of the EAGL team. And next is the matches. There are, in Ryder Cup, there are 28 matches. In President's Cup, there are 30 matches. And in EAGL, there will be 312 matches played over a period of 9 golfing days with 8 teams. So I think the magnanimity of the thing, you can see the 312 matches and golf days. See, you have 3 in Ryder Cup, 3 over 3 days. In President's Cup, 4 over 4 days. And we are having 9 over 60 days, 60 to 75 days. It means it is a continuous. It's going on continuously. It doesn't say end of it. And also courses played. They played on 1, 1, 2. We are going to play on 4 to 5 courses. So now you can see that how the EAGL is conceptualized. Can I just see this slide 2, please? You can see this. I'm just trying to compare the challenges on the live broadcast here. We have golf courses, not one, we have to cover 4 golf courses. And that is a challenge itself, because it's not like you do one-time setup and you are done. Here you have to change the setup every 2 weeks. Go to a new course and do again the live setup. And then we have golf days, 4 golf days, and we have 9 golf days. Then we have a launch party, then we have a closing party. So these are the challenges we have in the live broadcast. And you can also see, I mean, the magnanimity, those who are not golfers here, you can see the magnanimity. In football ground is only of 2 acres. A cricket ground is of 5 acres. While a golf course is of 120 acres is the minimum. When you have to cover, you can see the magnanimity of the problem of 120 acres of live coverage. So you can see this, the issues what we have. Slide number 3, please. Now what we are actually doing is, what we are going to do is a golf course setup. In a professional tour, it is a professional setup. And in the EAGL, it will be similar to professional setup. It will be almost comparable, maybe little 1 or 2 notches below, but that is how we are planning to do it. And the starting time, we will not have a shotgun start, we will do the tee times. And walking or karting, we will do walking. We will not do the karting. We will actually give a real professional experience. And caddies, yes, it will be with the caddies. So you can see that how the whole thing, even the minor details have been thought about, that how this will go on. Can we have this next slide, please? Slide 4. Now, if you look at it, who are the stakeholders in different kind of tournaments? See, in the professional tours, it is the tour and promoters. In the corporate golf days, it's the corporates. Club tournament, it is the club. And in the EAGL, it is the franchisor. Team ownership, it doesn't exist other than in EAGL, because there's nobody owns a team. Here, there will be a team ownership. Sponsors exist in all categories, and partners exist only in professional tours, and they will be in the EAGL tour. And players, they will have in the professional tours, yes, and then no, and EAGL, yes. These are the stakeholders we have. Now I will come to, because this is one question which will be asked to me many times, and that is, what are the benefits? Now the stakeholders, if you look at it, there are 4 stakeholders: team owners, sponsors, partners, and players. There are 4 main stakeholders. And how do they actually benefit? I think that is the question I try to answer in this slide. This is in 2 phases, and 2 slides over here. The slide number 1, cash return on investment. Team owners, yes. And if you will just glance through it here, I don't have to read it out, but you can glance through it. Prize money, apparel, networking, branding, marketing, client development, entertainment, PR, media coverage, advertising spots, all will be available for EAGL. So EAGL actually becomes a proposition which will be taking care of all the stakeholders. I think, and that is what we are saying that, and I will just now head towards my conclusion, that engage with EAGL. My submission to you all, to make, if you are in agreement with to what we are actually planning to do, you see the opportunity, I will recommend, I will totally solicit that you engage with EAGL. And EAGL is actually conceptualized to be just below the professional tournament, but many notches up on the corporate golf days. It's a totally new concept, and you can engage with EAGL as a team owner, as a sponsor, as a partner, as a player. The choice is yours. And we can provide the details in the discussion later on. Today we are not here to seek sponsorship. We are not here to sell teams. We are not here to register players. We are here only to tell what has been conceptualized. This is what has been done. And I will just say this way, thank you all for your kind attention, and I look forward to your support for the successful EAGL. Let me assure you one thing while concluding, that EAGL will be exciting, it will be fun, it will be competitive, it will be something we all as amateur golfers will aspire to play someday at all. And my thanks to EGF, Emirates Golf Federation, Khalid Mubarak, APGC, Mr. Taimur Hassan, who has actually flown in from Pakistan this afternoon, and guests who could be present here, and my team, EAGL team, who could put this event together at such a short notice and to such a finest details. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I will be taking the questions later on once we are toward the end of this one, and we will have some questions after the unveiling. If you have some question to ask, I'll be ready to answer them. Thank you very much for your time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, Mr. Sudesh Agarwal, fantastic. Thank you very much. I think you can see his passion for the project. Now, just to give you a little bit more, we've got a couple more speakers, and then as Mr. Agarwal said, he will be taking some questions. And we've got another little surprise, but I'm not going to tell you exactly what that is just yet. So we're going to invite the next speaker onto the stage, Mr. Taimur Hassan. He is the chairman of Asia Pacific Golf Confederation, who has, as Mr. Agarwal said, specifically, you're up, you're ready to come up here. I just must say, I want to tell people that you are a professional golfer who in 1998 became the first Pakistani to win the Asian Tour when you captured the Myanmar Open. So congratulations for that. But without further ado, Mr. Taimur, please make your way to the stage. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Khalid Al-Shamsi, Secretary General of the Emirates Golf Federation, Mr. Sudesh Agarwal, Chairman of EAGL, his team, distinguished guests, fellow golfers, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to extend my greetings to the chairman, Sheikh Fahim, who unfortunately couldn't be here because of the COVID situation. But it's a great honor for me to be invited for the introduction of the first ever franchise-based league team competition for amateurs in the world. And seeing Sudesh's passion and his detail of how he's going to put this whole thing together, it'll be very interesting to see, because I've been involved in a lot of golf, in a lot of, organizing a lot of big events. And this is going to be very, very interesting, very interesting. I wish you all the luck for it too. He called me a couple of weeks ago and he briefed me on the idea, which really fascinated me, and that's why I immediately accepted his invitation to come for the unveiling of the event. So, and as chairman of APGC, it did strike me that if this concept could be successful in the UAE, maybe we could take it to the Asia Pacific region and introduce it, around the world. Who knows? It just might grow into something fantastic. But first, I'd like to give you a little brief about the APGC. APGC is the Asia Pacific Golf Confederation. We started in 1960 with only 3 people, Japan, Korea, and the Philippines. And later on, we've grown into a major organization of 42 countries and 4 ladies organizations from Asia Pacific region. Since we have the largest countries like India, China, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Pakistan, we have over 4 or 5 billion people in our region. We all speak different languages, we have different cultures, we have different religions, we have different time zones. So it's like being involved in a mini United Nations. And being elected as chairman from a non-golfing powerhouse, it gives me great pleasure that one of us is the chairman, and it has and dealing with all these countries and all these issues, it has improved my administrative and diplomatic skills. In this region, like Sudesh mentioned before, we have over 3,000 golf courses. We have over 5 million golfers. So, we have to really appreciate that all these from our region, we have produced winners in the men's championships, and obviously in the professional ladies championships all over the world. The Korean and Japanese dominate the women's professional circuit by winning all the Grand Slams, and all of them have been through our APGC development program. They've been through our tournaments. Also, it gives me great pleasure to let you know that the APGC is the only organization affiliated with the Masters, the Augusta Masters National Tournament, and the R&A. So we have our own championships. We have the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship, which is now considered to be the most prestigious event in the world, amateur event in the world. And another thing that even Mr. Khalid Shamsi, the Secretary General, he's a member, the UAE is a member of the APGC, and a very, very proud member of that. Thank you. Coming back to EAGL, today after being briefed by Sudesh, I mean, you can see how complicated it is and how long he must have taken to put this whole thing together. I would like the APGC to extend APGC's support if needed. We will take it wherever we can take it, and see how it, these are, although the league system is popular in other sports like cricket and football and basketball, but it's very new here. And since this is going to be an inaugural event, I sincerely hope that we can make this a successful tournament for everyone to enjoy and start a new chapter in amateur golf. After 2020, the horrible year of COVID, we need some relief, and what better vaccine than an outing on a lovely golf course with your buddies having fun. I wish to look forward to the success of EAGL and Sudesh himself. I'm sure he would need all our support to make it a big success. I want to thank you again for inviting me and honoring me with the opportunity to spend an evening with the golfers in Dubai. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you there to Mr. Taimur Hassan. Thank you very, very much. And a very good pledge of support there. So we are going to carry on, and we're going to move on with our next speaker. Before we do that, we're just going to remove this glass of water. There we go. I'm going to get it because it's annoying me. It's in the camera shot every time. So we're going to get rid of that. There we go. Fantastic. Right. Now, I'm sorry. It was really bugging me. I kept standing there and I was like, we've got to get rid of it. We have to. Okay, so I would like to invite the Secretary General of Emirates Golf Federation up here. We have Mr. Khalid Mubarak Al-Shamsi. If you'd like to make your way to the stage, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep that applause going. Thank you very much.
I must say I look good. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Sudesh, Mr. Khalid, Mr. Taimur, welcome. I think just having the presence of the APGC at an event like this kind of gives the backing and the support that is needed within the region. But I've been asked to speak on behalf of the Emirates Golf Federation tonight, and we'd like to say welcome to the Creek, also good luck to EAGL. We think that this is an opportunity to provide UAE golfers and the region a different type of platform when it comes to amateur golf. It's certainly different. It's certainly going to be a process that we're going to enjoy watching unfold. We are proud to be a part of the journey that will be seen across the region. So on behalf of the Emirates Golf Federation, you have our full support, and enjoy the evening, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your words. So, I apologize for introducing you as somebody that you're not. But it definitely says that on here. You don't look like the picture. But never mind. So, let's keep moving forwards. It is a time now where we are going to unveil the trophy. So I would like to welcome back to the stage Mr. Taimur Hassan and Mr. Sudesh Agarwal and Priya Kumria. If you would like to make your way up to the stage, because we are going to see, of course, and we have whoever else needs to come up, all of our dignitaries on this, please do come up onto the stage. Thank you very much. So we are going to share with you the unveiling of the trophy. Let's have a little bit of music right now as we get the trophy moved into the center of stage. If we do have any media who want to come and take some pictures down the front, please feel free to do so. Robert, if you'd like to come to the stage, and thank you, Robert, for your words. If we do have any more media, anyone with cameras, if you've got an iPhone, a Samsung, and you want to get a picture of this moment, feel free to come on down, because I think these guys are going to be in the way. So, I think we're ready. Okay, we're just going to take a few moments and a few pictures before we do the unveiling. Would everybody, why don't we all take a little hand there? And on 3, 2, 1, there we go. The trophy, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. The unveiling of the trophy for EAGL, the Emirates Amateur Golf League. Look at the size of that trophy. Fantastic. I want to win it. I think I'm a long way off winning it. Fantastic. Let's have another round of applause for all of our dignitaries and our esteemed guests up here. Thank you very much. We want to take the last few photos, and we can have people back at the end to take some more photos. This trophy isn't going anywhere just yet. Now, we are going to proceed on with the next segment of the event. Thank you very much.
Well, I would like to just inform you about something about this trophy. This is a casted or machined from a single block of aluminum alloy. And there's a man who has done it. He's here. KJ Singh, can you come over? The man who has done it is here with us this evening. He has machined it and took a lot of pain to really machine this trophy. And this is a very unique design. It really gives all the 8 teams, and then there's a winner team on that. And this whole structure is machined from a single block. So I think that is a commendable. Thank you, KJ. Thank you very much, sir.
Please, a round of applause for Mr. KJ Singh, who has made that trophy. And as we said, it's an octagonal shape representing the 8 teams that are taking part. Mr. Sudesh, if you would like to stay on stage just for one moment, as we are going to, you can come over to the lectern and I'll move. We'll do a switch. As we do have a chance now for some people to ask some questions to you. So let's have some house lights out the front, if we can just raise some of the lights out here. Does anybody have any questions? With a show of hands, if you have any questions right now, please do raise your hand. Do we got any questions anywhere here for Mr. Sudesh? Well, where am I going? I'm going to go around, all the way around, looking. Anybody, any questions? I'm sure someone here has a question. Or has it been that transparent? You totally understand everything from the videos. and the speeches. Have we got any questions? Here we go. I've got a question. Fantastic. Here we go.
Sudesh.
Yes, sir.
First, it's great to see the passion. I think it's a great idea. It hasn't been done before. But obviously, the million-dollar question, really. I mean, you've got a franchise that you're looking to sell. Are you looking to sell these franchises? I guess, how do people begin to get involved in this as a franchise owner? So just some idea of what you're looking for in terms of those franchises.
Well, as a franchise owner, like a team owner, there are many components. If you are asking me the price of the franchise, then I think that will not be very appropriate for me to answer that, because there are many inclusions and exclusions which has to take place. And just to give you an example, that we have planned to give 500 T-shirts for the franchisee from our side itself. Now, if he says that I'm going to do the T-shirts myself, or the apparel of the teams, or the coaches' payments, or the physio payment, I think these are the questions which we will be really interacting with the franchisee. Once the interest is there, then there will be discussions on that subject, and then we'll be reaching. But I can just mention you here that this is like quite a job to really execute this league, particularly the live broadcast. The advantages, I can just tell you on the cost and benefit analysis. Whatever will be the cost, direct benefits will be at least double the amount of that. That is the direct benefits. And then you have the indirect benefits of branding and all those kind of things that will be manifold. So that is how we have conceptualized it, and that is how we think that it will be sustainable. Otherwise, it will not be sustainable. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Does that answer your question? Is there anything further you'd like to add to that? You could be here all night. Okay, we'll let you have a chat off the stage here. Do we have anyone else with any questions as I'm making my way around? Any questions from this side?
Well, anyway, we are available here after this ceremony or the official functioning is over. Then we can chat on various things, questions, whatever maybe not the public questions. Oh.
So we do have another question down here.
What's going to be the procedure for qualifying on it?
Qualifying?
Yeah.
Oh, for the players you mean to say?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
For the teams, first teams and then players.
No, the team is how it is done.
Is the team owner?
Yeah, the team owners will play against each other. And there will be 7 round-robin matches to be played, 7 rounds of golf, and then you have the point system. From the point system, you will qualify to the semi-final round, and then you will qualify for the final round. So that is how it will go. As a player, you have to register it online, and once you do not pay any fee at the moment when you register. You just register, and there are going to be categories in which you register, because it is a league which is being played into 4 kind of golfers, which is 0 to 4 handicap, index handicap, then 5 to 8 index handicap, then 9 to 11 index handicap, and then 12 to 14 index handicap. Maximum handicap is 14. And in each group, there will be only 3 players. There are 6 players. Out of that, 3 actually will play in the league. And then we are working out on the mechanisms of how the tournaments, formats will be. It will be very exciting, let me assure you on that. And the amateur golfers will really have the fun on that. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much. Now, do we have any more questions, or would we leave it until afterwards? If you would like to take a seat, thank you very much. Please, a round of applause for Mr. Sudesh Agarwal. Thank you very, very much. I'm sure Mr. Sudesh will be around the whole evening to answer any of your questions. Now, just to bring the evening to a close, we are going to welcome back our first speaker of the evening. We have Miss Priya. She will be making her way just to give us a few last words to close the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Miss Priya.
Thanks, Ty. Time for some thank you notes. I'd like to start with our gratitude to our Chief Guest and Secretary General, Mr. Khalid Mubarak Al-Shamsi, who made us time to come and join us today and who's been very encouraging from day one with this whole EAGL concept. My special note, of course, to our guest of honor, Mr. Taimur Hassan, who made his way all the way from Pakistan and took out his time out of his busy schedule there. I cannot thank enough Mr. Robert Faila, and I've troubled him a lot. So I have to extend my special gratitude to him too. And I'm sure we'll be working along very close in time to come. Yes, and Dubai Golf and Dubai Golf CEO, Mr. Chris May, for his time and patient hearing, for all our ideas. I'd like to thank Tech Leap team who are here, who made the amazing video that you've seen in a very short span. It's not their marketing pitch that I'm doing, but they've done an amazing job with the course. And I think we did some justice, Dubai Golf, I hope we did some justice with the course there that you've seen over the fly-throughs of major holes there. Dubai Sports TV for covering the event today. I'm sure you will see snippets in Dubai Sports TV. AI, who's with their team today, thank you very much. The lovely ambience that you are enjoying here, Dubai Creek Golf Club. I'd like to thank the entire team, Mr. Julian and his team here, who's made us very welcome. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank the golf team and Dubai Creek Golf Club, Mikey, Tom. I've troubled them a lot for the fly-throughs. Well, if you see someone in the course who's not wearing a golf attire and who's been troubling everybody, fly-throughs and videos and stuff, yes, it's our team. So please excuse us. We won't trouble you anymore. So I'd like to thank them a lot for their support. Of course, Mr. KJ Singh for the wonderful trophy that you see, and we'll be working with him for sure for other trophies. The distinguished club captains who are here today supporting this event, thank you very much. But the least as I could do is to thank all of you and the distinguished guests who are here today, golfers and non-golfers, business community who've made themselves available with all the chaos that we've had this year to make your time available for this evening. I thank you one and all. Thank you very much. Enjoy the evening. And of course, enjoy the Dubai Creek hospitality. We've got some delicious food served. So we'll catch up. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much, Ms. Priya. That brings our event to a close. There's no more thank yous to be said. I think you've thanked everybody. So I think let's just get underway with our fantastic musical entertainment. I'm sure if any of you want to come and have a closer look at the trophy, you can do. There's lots of refreshments on offer. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure being here with you. It's so lovely being back at live events with people and not sitting behind a Zoom screen or a Microsoft Teams or any of those other things that we've all become so accustomed to. Let's keep these live events. Let's keep safe. Thank you very much. And I'm handing over to our wonderful saxophonist, Oleg. Thank you very much. Good night.